Alright YouTube, thank you for tuning in, and today I'll review Doom 3 Big Fucking Gun Edition. Now, some games are real classics. Now, if you play them even now, you'll immediately notice that it still has this unique concept or unique gameplay, despite the fact that the graphics might have aged. But going back to playing Doom in this HD remake or remastered edition of Doom 3, it becomes quite clear right after you've played for a couple hours that this game should have been left alone in the past. You know, some games are just better left in the past. And I think Doom 3 is such a game because the HD remake or the HD lick of paint that id Software put over Doom 3 does not work at all. It still looks dated, and of course this is an older game. I understand that. You know, if we're talking about graphics, it's really dated. So it's making it HD or giving it a little lick of paint will not work, and it doesn't work. You know, graphics still look crude. You know, textures are muddy and plain, and you know, it's very evident looking at the game. That wouldn't be such a problem if the gameplay was still, or is still, very good. But also in that department, things did not change, or I should rather say that we have changed. We have seen a lot of newer games coming out in recent years that have surpassed Doom and even Rage that came after it a couple of years ago. Surpassed in gameplay, you know, in terms of gameplay as well. Because this is a linear first-person shooter, but it sticks to very old conventions, you know, the corridor shooting, the scares of monsters jumping out of closets. What it does do well, I think, is the atmosphere. You know, it's dark, it's you know, it's gloomy, but it's still old style shooting. So you get a bunch of weapons that feel off, you know, don't have the sound effect that actually works well with weapons. It's really muffled. It's not in your face. There's only a bunch of weapons, and they look a little cartoony. Of course, you know, some of the designs of the enemies are quite inventive still. In a very, you can still get some scares out of this. You know, some enemies jump out at you and try to kill you. But it's same old. It becomes a bit tedious after a while. You know, it's good for small play sessions, just, you know, a couple of minutes of playing this game, maybe an hour or so. But it's just not. It doesn't work on the long run. It's basically Rage. You know, I've been playing Rage a short while ago, and it has the same problem. It's so linear. It's so numbing. It's mind. It's you wish there was that it stimulates more. You know, you want the game to challenge you in terms of level design or maybe some puzzles or just a break of the corridor running and shooting. But it's not there, you know. It is. You'll be craving for something that really stimulates your brain after playing Doom 3. Now, that doesn't mean that the game is actually bad. You know, what it does quite well. You know, if you're into shooting and corridors and monsters jumping at you and multiple monsters jumping at you, and sometimes, you know, pulling a switch here and there, or operating a computer and listening to audio logs, you know, then I think Doom 3 is for you. You can play this, especially people that have never played Doom 3, could pick this up as a collection of Doom history, and for novelty reasons, just check it out. But it's the real question here is why id Software decided to release this game at all. Because why not pick up Doom 1 and make that into a new game using the Rage engine or something like that? That would have surprised me. Even Doom 1 and 2 stimulated your brain better than Doom 3, because in Doom 1 and 2 you were constantly looking for doors to open and key cards. Now I say that could be also regarded as stupid or retarded, but at least you were basically searching all the corridors and all the environments for these keys and doors. But there was still some sense of accomplishment once you actually found these things and you could progress in the game. And it becomes very apparent when you especially play the Lost Mission levels. Those are 8 levels, but they basically are just there for you to spawn monsters and shoot. It's basically a shooting gallery. So it becomes very evident that the only thing this game does is just throw as many enemies at you at random times and try to scare you that way. So it's an old concept. It's old. It's the graphics are old. The gameplay is old. We've come to expect more. We've seen first-person shooters and puzzle games like Portal. We've seen the Call of Duties and all that, and we've seen games that give you a whole lot more freedom of doing things, even in a restrained area, like Dishonored. People have been talking about that game, and it's a linear game, but it gives you a whole lot more options to play around with. Doom just gives you a bunch of weapons and just go shoot. Now, of course, again, that's the essence of a first-person shooter. I'm not denying that, but it's just getting old, I guess, for me. Okay, this is my opinion. Probably people out there that don't agree with me. That's fine. Don't go hating on me or just leaving bad comments and all that. It's just my opinion. It does not stimulate me anymore. After a while, I just get bored with it. So, and I don't think, just for the average consumer, even if you have not played Doom 3 before, it's just not worth the price tag. I think it's $40 or something like that. It comes cheaper for PC, but still, it's just not worth the money for this older game. There are a lot better options to buy first-person shooters who actually bring something new to the table. So that's what I think of Doom 3 Big Fucking Gun Edition. And yeah, that's it for me. Let me know what you think. Leave comments, and I appreciate it. Thank you.